One of the greatest ways to improve your rib function and the intercostal muscles after a rib injury is to do a certain type of deep breathing exercise. I'm going to show you that today. I show all my patients who have rib subluxations, costotransverse joint subluxations, and sprains. This is a common thing that I see. I've been a chiropractor for over 28 years, and I see this all the time. Most of the injuries occur from some type of twisting and lifting things. At the end of the video, I'll put in a box right here, how do you know if you actually have a rib injury? But I'm assuming you have it. I'm assuming you've already been diagnosed, or you know you've done this before, where you sprain the area where the rib comes into the spine and attaches to the transverse process of the vertebrae. There are ligaments there. In addition to that, as the rib goes through, it attaches to little joints on the body of the vertebrae. And what I want you to do is think about it this way. It's almost like a sprained ankle. If you were to be walking and then step off a curb abnormally and then twist your ankle, and then all of a sudden you feel that rip, and then later on it swells, it gets black and blue, and you have difficulty moving your ankle, that's the same exact thing that can happen to the rib. The only problem is now, because the ribs are surrounding your lungs, you're going to have a difficult time sleeping, you're going to have a difficult time coughing, you're going to have a difficult time laughing, you're going to have a difficult time just breathing, and that is why it's so troublesome. In addition to just spraining the joint, you can also strain the muscles that surround those joints. These are called intercostal muscles. And these muscles lift and lower and help twist your thoracic cage. And just like a sprained ankle, we want to apply therapy to this area very, very quickly to facilitate healing so that you can get better much quicker. And so let's just dive into the exercise, because this is the single best thing that you can do for a sprained rib cage. Here's how you're going to do it. You're going to move these ribs, and the best way to do that is to do deep breathing exercises. Now, many people have taken yoga and they find that they learn how to belly breathe, and they learn how to breathe for stress, and they learn how to calmly breathe by making their belly go up and down, or breathing diaphragmatically with your diaphragm. You do not want to do this with that. You need to exercise the rib cage and exercise those intercostals, and how you do that is by chest breathing. So let me show you how it's done. You sit in a chair and you want to stand tall. You don't want to slouch or just be in a relaxed position. You want to exaggerate the height of your body as if you're standing at attention. And then what you'll do is you'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But when you breathe in, you're going to breathe in as if your rib cage is expanding like this, from front to back as well as to the side. So if you put your hands on your side right here on your ribs, you should feel your ribs pushing out this way. If you put your hands on your chest should be going in this direction. So you do it just like this. And then again. This is how you do it. Now there's going to come a point at which you're going to be inhaling, and then you're going to hit a barrier where either the ribs will make you stop or you will get pain. You do not want to push past that pain level. So if I'm inhaling and I get to the point of pain, I'm going to remember where that spot was, and then as I exhale, and then if I inhale again, I'm going to try to stay just below that pain. So when you just start to feel the pain occur is when you're going to relax and exhale. So if I breathe in, oh, and right there I feel pain, then I'm going to kind of get an idea of how much inhalation I did. I'm going to exhale, and this time I'm going to go just to the point of that pain and then back off. I will usually tell patients to do about 10 to 20 repetitions 3 to 4 times a day. Now, what are the advantages of this? If you move an area that's recently been sprained, you are going to be taking the waste products from that sprained area and pulling them out and bringing oxygen and nutrients to the new site in order to help it heal. Anytime you have a sprain like this, the more fluid exchange you can get with blood flow, the better off you will heal. The second thing is, when you try to not move an area at all, whether it's an ankle or a rib in this particular case, by just not breathing really heavily and just staying, keeping your posture down like this and not moving, you end up, first of all, you don't heal as fast, but second of all, you end up becoming very, very stiff in that area. It's almost like someone poured Elmer's glue in and around your rib cage, so that months later, even when you're supposedly healed, we will examine patients and find that there's a lot of stiffness in that area. And usually these are patients who, when they inhale, they can't fully expand their lungs because of an old injury that they had months ago or even sometimes years ago. And the last thing is, it's very common for people to want to tape their ribs because it's painful. This would be analogous to putting tape over an ankle that's been sprained by restricting the movement. Now, in an ankle, one can argue it's for protection because you have to be on your feet. However, for a rib, one of the most common side effects of taping is that, sure, it will maybe help the pain, but the problem is, because you're restricting your lungs from expanding, any virus or any bacteria that can get in the air and get into your mouth can now easily become pneumonia. So it's actually better to keep movement and fluid exchange going so that your lungs can expand so you do not end up with pneumonia. There are certain things to know if you sprained a rib, so hang tight. At the end of the video, there'll be a box right here. You have to wait till the end. If you don't see the box, turn your phone sideways. If it's upright like this, sometimes it doesn't end up showing up. There are some nutrients that help with healing tissues as well, and when this type of thing happens, it can be difficult to sleep because of the pain. So let me tell you about some nutrients that will help healing, and then at the end you can watch that video. Today's video sponsor is Mother Good Earth, and they are a great company because they are, first of all, sponsoring this video, and second of all, they have the greatest minerals ever, and they have a philosophy of minerals come from the earth. So where do you get it? From the earth. And so watch what I'm gonna do here. We're just gonna go down. It rained the other day. You just take a nice cup here and just scoop up some mud. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this Mother Earth with water and drink it to get all the minerals that come from the earth. So you can see I just mixed it with water and all the chunky goodness is in there. Beautiful for minerals. Oh my God. Oh. Screw this, I don't need the money. No more sponsorship. Okay guys, good news. I have a new sponsor, By Optimizers, and they have Magnesium Breakthrough. This actually I do use. I take 2 tablets at nighttime. It helps me sleep. It's got 7 different minerals. Now, of course, Mother Earth supplies minerals in the dirt, but it needs to come into the vegetables. And if the soil isn't good, if you're not eating organic vegetables, you're not getting as many minerals as you really should be. So that's why I take 2 tablets. It's got 500 milligrams of magnesium in it, and it's got 7 different types of magnesium. The reason I take this is for a number of reasons. It regulates my blood pressure, it keeps my heart healthy, which is an endurance athlete I really want, and it helps me sleep. It's easy on the stomach, easy to digest, no digestive trouble, and this is actually a sponsor that I could stand by. Oh man, who's gonna clean up these chunks?